Connected is a new video series from AOL chronicling the lives of 6 New Yorkers who've been given cameras to record their daily experiences.
It was the happiest day. Then, in a split second, everything changed.
I used to be a janitor. I don't want to be a comedian. I'm going to do stand-up. That's what make me suffer, but I'd rather do that than clean up people's shit. That's real.
We're here to talk about Connected, the new show from AOL. It's the first long-form show from AOL. Just want to give us sort of the quick explanation of what the show is actually about?
Showing how, in the midst of all of the things that that we deal with every day, even though we may not see each other, we're all connected through the problems we face, the jobs that we deal with, the families we love, that we all have similar experiences.
And Morgan, how did you get involved?
I got involved when my friend Nettis Webner, who is a producer on the show, she and I have done 3 films together. She called me up and said, "You have to see this format. AOL's interested in it. It's this Israeli format. She's Israeli. That's now been sold in 20 territories all around the world." And as soon as I saw the show, I just jumped at the chance. I thought it was so smart, kind of what the promise of reality television was. You know, like a show that actually deals with reality. And I just thought it was really brilliant.
And so, I mean, the fact that it's online, how do you think that affects the format? Are there things that you were able to do with the show that you wouldn't be able to do if it was on television?
Well, I think that, you know, if you were on, you know, Fox, ABC, NBC, CBS, you know, any kind of the major regular television networks, some of the conversations these people have, they wouldn't be able to be having. You know, kind of the openness and honesty. I mean, the filter is pulled away. They can say whatever they want. And the goal for us was to create a show from a nonfiction standpoint that would rival something that you would see on subscription or kind of late night basic cable when you got down to the kind of the content. And I think that purity, that honesty is what makes the show very different.
So the fact that, I mean, they're recording it themselves, I mean, so there's no big crew there, and the hope is that it's more honest and you get sort of more real stuff. I mean, how much do you feel like it is sort of like unvarnished truth versus, like, I mean, you're still pointing a camera at yourself, so there's a degree of you're still kind of performing.
Yeah. Well, I feel like what happens is once the first kind of week and a half of giving somebody a camera, you know, once that wears off, because that's the footage where you give somebody where they're all like, "Hey, here I am," and they all feel like they have to perform. You know, like, now I have to be a host for the show. Like, once that period is gone and they become like human beings again, then that's when the magic comes. Because what starts to happen is they do become normal. They do become real. It becomes cathartic as they kind of share their lives in these intimate moments with us. And I think that's what makes the show different, is because it doesn't feel like something is scripted or something's being played out. It's them just talking to you, and, you know, with you being the camera and, you know, millions of people watching.
And Dermot, so you said this is going to be the most supported show that AOL's done. It's the first long-form one. Do you think this is something that we're going to see more shows like this in the future from AOL?
OTT, over the top, is a huge opportunity in media in general as distribution of the living room moves to digital. It's a big piece of our strategy, and to sort of engage people on their home screens in a living room, you need longer form content, you know, and you need characters and you need great stories. So I very much hope that Connected sparks kind of the beginning of really, hopefully, a whole great run of amazing storytelling that people can consume on phones and in the living room and wherever they are. But yeah, very much so.
So last quick question for both of you. Do you have a favorite among the 6 characters?
I do. But I'm not going to tell you who.
What about their initials? Like a few clues.
No, I mean, I think all of them bring so much good stuff to the table. You know, I mean, I love Jonathan and him having to deal with his relationship. I love Lori and her having to confront kind of becoming a stepmom in the middle of her life, you know, to 4 different kids. I love Nina kind of sharing her pregnancy and the birth of her child with us. And I think all of them, the trials and tribulations they face, are stuff that we all go through. And for them to be so honest and so open and so brave to want to share it, you know, just with literally all of us, I think is commendable.
Great. What about you, Dermot?
I think you're going to hear a lot of Derek over the next couple of years, and so he's like, you know, I don't have a favorite, but I do like him a lot.